Welcome back, guys. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, a little movie magic. So often when I go down the lake and you see me checking it, or there's a camera out there, it's like, oh, how's the camera out there already? Often I check it off camera to set up the movie magic. So now you know, I checked this ice like 10 minutes ago and then I filmed a bunch of like hiking through the bush stuff. But welcome back. My name is Jay Stevens. I love film ice fishing videos. Welcome to my channel. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We are gonna be probably doing like 2 videos, 3 ice videos a week, fishing for trout, fishing for whitefish, fishing for walleyes, for pike, for crappies, for burbot. This is a very similar theme to my last video. I checked 3 or 4 different lakes today and this was the best ice I could find. This is great. It's been cold the last couple nights. We've probably got 3+ inches of ice here. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about it. Once again, I'm fishing a back bait. So just please be smart, guys. Please check the ice. Please wear all the safety gear. I'm gonna mention this for like the first 15 videos of the year, is just please watch the ice safety video. No ice is 100% safe. Anyways, I'm sweaty from walking through the bush and we are gonna get fishing. Fishing in, you know, deepest will probably be 5-6 feet of water maybe. And yeah, we're fishing for stock trout. Like I said, these lakes often freeze first. Brand new lake, never been here before. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of kind of the 1-2 punch I like to use on stock trout lakes. Last time I didn't have all my trout gear along. This time I do. And we got 4 hours to maybe catch a rainbow, a splake, or a brook trout. Here we go. All right, here's hole number 1. Can use the chisel quickly to see how deep we're dealing with. Oh wow, that's pretty deep. But we're right at the mouth of a bay back here. And yeah, you kind of just gotta deal with access points right now and where you can fish. But this is fine. Trout like to cruise. Trout aren't fish that just sit still. They're always moving, so I feel confident kind of being set up on any shoreline there could be fish cycling around. All right, this is setup number 1. This is the Dipstick 39 Light, and that is a small little tantrum rattle bait. That's gonna go in the deeper hole here. I just kind of want to see how it looks on the graph. Oh, there's a fish. Look at that darty thing. Oh, baby. Oh, he just hit at it. Big mark. Big mark. Come on. He's coming back. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to catch this fish, guys. Oh, he's fast. Look at this. He's chasing it. Oh, got him. We're on. First fish. We got a rainbow. Unreal. That did not take long. Didn't even set up the second rod yet. And there we go, my first Northwest Ontario rainbow. Look at that little guy. So fun to watch in the electronics. And that is my first fish on the new baby tantrum. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, this is the perfect size for stock trout. Before we go any further, we're gonna get that second rod set up. So good. Sorry about the wind noise. I know it's really windy. All right, welcome back. This is called the jaw jacker. I do a full breakdown on tip-ups versus jaw jackers versus iFish Pros. If you're fishing for stock trout, I think jaw jacker is one of the best options. Basically what this thing does is it sets the hook for you. And for stock trout, that can be really good because gut hooking fish is a problem when you're using bait. I have gut hooked many trout with tip-ups. So using this, as soon as the fish bites it, he gets the hook set into his mouth and you just land a lot of fish because trout have really small mouths. So if I can put this thing together, pull some pins out, adjust the rod holder. All right, so the device is put together. You can adjust it according to your rod size. I've been getting some messages like, Jay, which is the best frostbite rod to use with the jaw jacker? I'm not sure yet because there's some new models. I'm not sure what the appropriate rod will be. I'm using a Royal Flush. I think it's a 30, maybe a 37 medium light on this setup currently, but I'm gonna do some more testing and see what's the best. But you can do it with a bunch of different rods. The rigging is gonna be very basic on our dead stick rod. It's gonna be a split shot to a small octopus hook with a little bit of trout dough. First thing we got to do though is take one of these little plastic clips that comes with the iFish Pro, and we got to loop it through the tip because that's actually what the iFish Pro connects to. So I'll show you once I have it rigged up here. So depending on your rod tip, there's different ways you can do it. This one just happens to fit perfectly. This is an older style. I think this might even be a prototype frostbite rod, but you can also just tie a loop with some yarn, and then just that loop's what's gonna hook in. Great, I'm gonna try to do so without hooking myself in the face, and I have that little plastic loop. It comes down, it hooks onto here. So this is how it sits. I don't know if that shows up properly right there. Can you see that loop? See how the line goes over the tip? But essentially now the rod is spring loaded, and without hooking myself, I'm gonna be a fish swimming by. We're like, oh, there's a little bit of trout dough. Wha-bam! And he's hooked. Pretty amazing. They're not legal everywhere. They're legal in Manitoba. They're legal in Ontario. I'm not sure about where else, but that is what we're setting on our second line with a little bit of trout dough. And I'm gonna modify this rig a little bit. I took the split shot off the line and I put the split shot over the hook because this is floating trout dough. So then I cover up the split shot with dough. It's still weighted, but it's a lot more subtle than using a jig. And then your bait's gonna sink, trout's gonna eat it, jawjacker's gonna set the hook. Look at that tasty little morsel right there. All right, enough talking, let's get fishing. All right, jawjacker set, live scope cam is set. So as you can see on the right here, you got the jawjacker, a little bit of trout dough in the middle. You got my little tantrum. So what very well could happen is I'll call the fishing with the rattlebait. They'll be like, it's a little too aggressive for me, and they'll hit the bait. That's the nice thing about having this option right beside it. So let the jigging begin. There's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. Where is he? Is he on the rattlebait? Oh, he's chasing the rattlebait. Oh, whoa, he just ate it. I looked at, oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. He got him, got him. He's in the deucer. Oh, he's actually fighting. What do we got? New species. And he's in my leg. All right, the year of mini trout. We got a beautiful little brook trout. Guys, I'm just happy to be on the ice. That was fun. We're 2 for 2 so far on fish coming in and fish eating. My last video when I set the hook, the fish really go to the hole. That was actually the first one that pulled a little bit. And with these tiny hooks, I don't want to just rip it. But guys, when you check the stocking list, as I mentioned in the last video, you can tell if it's been stocked recently. This lake had been stocked recently, but it also had been stocked, 2 years, 3 years. I think like it's been probably getting stocked for the last 10 years. So there is the potential for big fish here, even though we're catching the small ones that are obviously a little easier to catch. There's some big fish creeping around. One of the cool things about stock trout is they're just constantly moving all the time. Same thing with lake trout too. They don't really sit around. So that's where it gives you an advantage of just fishing anywhere close to shore. Obviously there's higher percentage areas, but just anywhere tight to shore, those fish are just cruising around. They're moving, they don't sit still. So I mean, if you're in 2 feet of water to 8 feet of water near shore, eventually a trout's gonna come along. And we were just waiting. We had those 2 right-of-ways, and then it's just been quiet for a bit. But we were coming up on prime time, and that's when the magic happens. So we'll cross our fingers that things light up, and jawjackers start flying, and rattlebait's getting hailed. She's chilly. I'll update for you guys. Not much happening. I'm bringing you guys along on my adventures, my misadventures. We're doing the stock trout thing right now. Once again, I tried to check a crappie lake and it just wasn't quite there. So, hey, I'm just happy. This is a lake that's been on my list to try for a while. Has it exceeded expectations? Not at all. But hey, I'm bringing you guys along, the good and the bad. Should I be moving around right now? I've had times where I've moved around and then the guy sitting at the launch who didn't move at all ended up catching more fish. So it's tough to say. Look how cute that tiny rattlebait is. It's so small, but it just has enough rattle to call him in. It's not too intimidating. I could use a size up, if I was fishing for, you know, strictly bigger fish, but I kind of want to see what's going on here. And a big fish will have no problem eating that. So it's a cute little size. It'd be probably a little bit tougher for walleyes if you're fishing down deeper and stuff, but definitely panfish, you know, white bass, crappies, perch. I think it could all be good. And then stock trout, I think it's just candy, absolute candy. So far so good. This is my first time using it. Well, I'm not funny. I can't catch big fish. I don't know why you're watching this video right now. Maybe I gotta get the fish going. My buddy Troy told me to stay fit. I was like 20. I'm gonna surprise Sam with a 6-pack. Oh, she won't know what happened. There's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. Look at the jaw jacker. I want to be careful not to make too much noise, but the jaw jacker might go off all of a sudden. He swam away, he's going back to the jaw jacker. He's coming back. Oh, that was a decent sized fish. Oh, he's coming for the right. Oh, oh, come on, look at this. Look at this. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. I'm trying to be quiet. Look at that fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is insane. He's still around. He's still around. Look at this. Holy. Yes. Oh, that was absolutely ridiculous. Baby brook trout, guys. I'm having fun on first ice. We will catch some bigger fish this season. Ooh, that was fun. I've never been that excited about a tiny fish. There's fish. Oh, there's a bunch of fish. There's a school of fish. What is going on? What is going on? There's so many fish. Oh my goodness. What? Why is there so many fish? What do we got? Another brookie. Micro fish on a micro bait. We just had like a major school come through. That was very cool to see that many fish cruise through at once. Unfortunately, they're all super tiny. Okay, do you guys remember in the last video when I was talking about, you know, how stock trout can be spooky in shallow water? Right there, we're gonna play back the footage. Did you see how many fish spooked when I knelt down and probably made a lot of noise? Like, that exactly proved the point, and that's why LiveScope can be such a cool teaching tool. I'm not sponsored by LiveScope. They're not paying me to say any of this. It was just like so cool to see those fish scatter. Obviously not cool because I wanted to catch them all, but it just shows you that you're too loud, you hit the ice too hard, boom, 3 out of the 4 fish left. 1 stayed around, but man, it pays to be quiet. I'm not exactly a quiet person, but you know, learning, seeing this, it was like, okay, I need to take that a little more seriously. Look at this sunset. Oh my goodness. I need to show you guys what's going on right now. Like, just take a moment to appreciate that. Amazing. I'm soft. I know, I'm soft, but I still appreciate a good sunset. Like, holy smokes. That is fire. All right, back to fishing. Oh, here's a fish. What? This isn't supposed to be in here. Why are you doing in here? We got a little Cisco. Well, after showing you that beautiful sunset, the camera died or turned off, or I don't know what happened. I forgot to turn it back on, but I caught another fish. I didn't know these exist in the lake. We had a Cisco. I'm not going to show the head because I kind of bonked him on the head fairly hard. But it's been a good day. Got maybe another 5 or 10 minutes and we're going to pack it in. I got to get going. Please be safe out there. Check the ice every step. This ice can be so inconsistent. You know what? We caught a couple little trout. Once again, cool watch them on the graph. I gotta pack up. We're gonna be hitting the ice more. We need a couple cold nights and some of these bigger lakes will freeze up. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys next time.